Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Alright. Okay, I'm so sorry that I mentioned that I'm on a little bit of a vacation. Ian is not on vacation, which means he's still getting up and going on runs and such. And what better time than for me to join him? So that's what I was doing yesterday. We went on a lengthy run, my first time in definitely a few weeks, and I was happy with my level of endurance, and I was able to actually accomplish the run and get it done. I mentioned also I was feeling a little funky, but what was needed was really just some sunshine on the face, right? A little bit of movement, some sunshine, vitamin D, and I do feel much better, back to normal. So we're going to continue on our studies here. We are back into the Moorish Holy Koran, and this next section is the duty of the husband, of a husband, right? A husband. And we were talking a lot about, right, the duty of the wife. Now we're getting into the husband, but it is still very much about the wife, okay, because something that I've noticed in this, something that we say all the time, right, happy wife, happy life, that sort of thing. So it is the responsibility of a husband to keep his own wife's happiness intact. Therefore, that will be his own happiness, and that will reflect on himself and make his life pleasurable and easy. So let's go ahead and read this, and I'm just going to read through. We're going to soak it in. We're going to take what we take, and then we're going to go back into Proverbs and talk a little bit about something different, okay? Let's go ahead and continue. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. The duty of a husband. Take unto thyself a wife, and obey the ordinance of Allah. Take unto thyself a wife, and become a faithful member of society. But examine with care, and fix not suddenly on thy present choice happiness. On thy present choice depends thy future happiness. If much of her time is destroyed in dress and adornment, if she is enamoured with her own beauty, and delighted with her own praise, if she laugheth much and talketh loud, if her foot abideth not in her father's house, and her eyes with boldness rove on the faces of men, though her beauty were as the sun in the firmament of heaven, turn thy face from her charms, turn thy feet from her paths, and suffer not thy soul to be ensnared by the allurements of imagination. But when thou findest sensibility of heart, joined with softness of manners, an accomplished mind with a form agreeable to thy fancy, take her home to thy house. She is worthy to be thy friend, thy companion in life, the wife of thy bosom. O cherish her as a blessing sent to thee from heaven. Let the kindness of thy behavior endear thee to her heart. She is the mistress of thy house. Treat her therefore with respect, that thy servants may obey her. Oppose not her inclination without cause. She is the partner of thy cares. Make her also the companion of thy pleasures. Reprove her faults with gentleness. Exact not her obedience with rigor. Trust thy secrets in her breast. Her counsels are sincere. Thou shalt not be deceived. Be faithful to her bed, for she is the mother of thy children. When pain and sickness assault her, let thy tenderness soothe her affliction, and look from thee of pity, and love shall alleviate her grief, or instigate her pain, and be of more avail than 10 physicians. Consider the tenderness of her sex, the delicacy of her frame, and be not severe to her weakness, but remember thine own imperfections. And of course, this is the Holy Quran of the Moorish Holy Temple of Solomon, divinely prepared by the noble prophet, true, peace and blessings be upon him. So with this, I noticed, I did want to mention the male role as described here, right? Especially when the woman is feeling weak or feeling sick, his role very strongly represents more accomplishments, than 10 physicians. So his role is the healer, especially when the wife is feeling weak or not herself. His role is the healer, of course the protector, but more so the protector of her spirit. Not so much in physicality, although that is important as well. The protector of her spirit, of her moral compass, and then also to heal and to fix, right? So, shouldn't say fix, but to heal and to revive, right? To revive. So I'll leave you with this. Very beautiful, very eloquently put. Lots of truth to this as well. So some things to think about. Very beautiful. Let's go on to Proverbs next. And Proverbs, we were talking a little bit about duality and things like that, how it's good to have two sides to the coin, right? The feminine with the masculine, the male with the female. The day does not come without night. That is the dichotomy, the duality. But now we're going to talk about dichotomy, right? Where you're either on this side or on this side, and you want to go ahead and remain on one side. You don't want to experience the duality that we should experience when it's two different perspectives of one thing. The dichotomy is you're either this side or this side, and you need to stay on this side or this side. I'll explain it a little bit more because that did not do as much justice as I would have hoped, but I will get to you in just a second. Let me go on. I'll see you guys in a moment.